Hello guys and welcome to Steve News, the place where you're going to get your weekly updates of what's been happening in the virtual reality space. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It's just a simple click and it means so much to me. So guys, we've got so many stories to cover today, so enough chin wagging, let's get started. So this one surprised me. It's about JVC and them releasing a headset. And I just remember JVC for like old school DVD players. But next month, they are expected to launch a new Enterprise XR headset. A new report has just popped up and stated that it's coming at the end of March. But there's no set price as of yet, so it could be a nice cheap headset or an absolute fortune. And with this new report comes a promotional video that's in Japanese, so you kind of have to take the context from the pictures, but you can do that easily enough. And it shows the specs such as 2560 by 1440 per eye, a 120-degree FOV, Steam VR tracking, but only 60 or 72 Hz refresh rate. I wonder why they went for that. And how is this going to compete with other better spec enterprise units if that's the case? I wonder what their strategy is here. Slightly confused, but interesting. So last week, Epic Games released something called the MetaHuman Creator, which is designed to bring high fidelity models into video games of humans to make them lifelike. Of course, this is helpful for developers, but for virtual reality, this can make it much easier if you have the horsepower available to bring detailed characters to give you that sense of presence in game. The footage you see here can never do virtual reality justice, as in the headset you get depth and you get that feeling of presence, but can you imagine these avatars in virtual reality chat? It would freak you out. Many virtual reality games utilize the Unreal Engine, so hopefully they can make use of this tooling in their next lot of virtual reality releases and try to give us something that makes our jaw hit the floor. It's been a very long time since I've had that feeling in virtual reality where I'm just completely shocked and stunned at the visuals. A legend through ETR VR's, a non-English speaking virtual reality channel, has got a virtual reality supported demo that you can spin up and experience these characters in virtual reality. So if you want to check out the MetaHumans, I'll leave a link to that down below in the description. And since we're on the topic of characters, there's also a cheeky video that the developer of Modbox had just created and showed off some incredible experimental content that would be really interesting if it was applied to virtual reality gaming. Although there are a few issues with what we're going to see here, such as the latency for responses. It takes long from when you ask a question to get a response, but I can imagine something like GTA 6 in virtual reality with this kind of stuff. So they have integrated some natural language processing tools and vocal synthesizers for non-playable characters.
What street is it on?
You're smart! I like that about you! City Hall is located on City Hall Street location!
Which is going to allow the user to speak to an NPC with natural language and get a response to what they were actually asking, bringing life to the world around it. I think the next Turing test is going to have to be virtual reality presence, because that would be a challenge and I would love to see it. A new job listing has just popped up, which likely means we're not going to see a game for a very long time, a very long time, but it's something I'd like to bring to your attention because the studio that's making it has a very good reputation. They're called Firesprite. They are the developers of Persistence. They're working on a virtual reality game that apparently is based on a hugely successful multi-million-dollar franchise from our consoles. Apparently this is a game that's been released in the last 10 years, so it's not incredibly old, which now I've got so many games running through my head. What could this franchise be? So they want a lead producer to help create a new original world and universe in virtual reality, which is a clue to what the game could be. Something spacey perhaps, not human, if it's a completely original universe, or it could be like our universe, but they don't create it exactly like it is. So that's what they could mean by original. Oh, and it's an action-adventure title, so please comment down below what you think this game could be. Now, a loved Quest and PC title is getting a big upgrade to its game and a big update to its Siege of Heaven DLC, which I love. It's this kind of like tower defense kind of game mode where you have to stop enemies making their way through a portal. So this mode now has 2 more beautiful maps for you to play, and if you played it previously, you would have seen them. The icons for these maps that were translucent previously, you can now play them. So this update is bringing new stunning levels, some more interesting mechanics for each of them as well, some more soundtracks, and some nice graphical improvements. There are more volumetric fog, updated models, and improved lighting. They've also added seasons which run for each quarter, and once they've completed, the leaderboards will reset. Completing these seasons will allow you to unlock skins, which you can put onto your weapons. You can also unlock badges of honor, which kind of act like achievements. It's a pretty nice update, and I believe it's a free update, so it'll give you some replayability of the game and an excuse to get back in and enjoy it, because I didn't like this game when it first released, but now I love it. They've done such a good job improving it. Now let's talk about a new virtual reality tracker that is being released by Manus. This is a compatible Steam VR tracker, much like the Vive trackers, but this isn't from HTC. This is called a professional grade tracker as it has more sensors for more accurate tracking and offers 4.5 hours of playtime on a single charge, which only takes an hour to complete. These trackers were designed to be an additional add-on to the Manus gloves as an additional accessory, as obviously a business is going to do, but it can be mounted to different parts of the body without these gloves and used as you wish. You can use them for motion capture or full body tracking in virtual reality games. The pre-orders for this device, they are now live, and it's going to cost you around $360 or £300. The tracking is more accurate as apparently they've added more sensors to pick up more input, and also an improved workflow with the collection of that data. And since these are wearables as well, weight becomes very important. These only weigh 62 grams, which is 44% lighter than the HTC trackers at 89 grams. So it weighs less. We have a new game coming to the Oculus Quest next month, and it was previously known as Cosmophobia, but it got renamed to Cosmodread, as I believe they were trying to remove themselves from people getting confused with Phasmophobia, which is a hugely loved game that has virtual reality support, and a previous title from this developer is Dreadhalls, so it kind of makes sense. Man, and Dreadhalls made me release a few nuggets. That game scared me. Cosmodread will be a cross-buy title for the Oculus Quest and the Rift platform. It will also have procedurally generated mazes based on a spaceship, so it's got a sci-fi element to it, so you'll experience drones and monsters lurking around the ship. But this time you can actually fight back. You'll have weapons, which for me just changes the whole dynamic of the game. I love scary games where you also have the ability to defend yourself to at least some degree. I really enjoy that style of gaming, so I'm happy to see this. And watching the trailer, I get major Alien Isolation vibes from it, and that was a great game. But time will tell once I get my hands on this title. It's coming out March 25th. Finally, we have some news about the Climb 2. It's apparently going to be released very soon. It's around the corner. The Quest 2 was released with this game on the box, so we expected it to be released pretty soon, but it's kind of dragged on, just like the release of the first game. But it's a great game, loved by many, so I'd rather they release a complete title that works really well than have to fix a ton of bugs post-release. So happy. It may be at the time of posting this video that they've already updated a release date, so go and check. I'll leave a link down below in the description. But they did tweet out saying, prepare yourselves for an unforgettable experience. The Climb 2 is coming soon. We'll share more information regarding the release date in the coming days. Also, they do have a giveaway on for the Climb where they're giving away 10 keys, so if you want to sign up for that and a chance to win the game at release, I'll leave that down below in the description as well. Fingers crossed. So now I like this one. It's regarding the sequel to The Wizards. This is The Wizards Dark Times, which is coming to the Oculus Quest in the near future. They've just announced that they are working on and will be releasing a cooperative mode in 2021. So you can play this game with friends in arena-based challenges where each of you will pick a character, you'll pick a certain class, depending on your playstyle, how you want to play the game, enjoy the game, and take on hordes of enemies together. And if you don't know the game, you're hearing this for the first time, it's pretty good, and it's also on PC VR, and the prequel is on the Oculus Quest, where you have to use gestures to conjure up spells, so if you like the sound of that and you like single-player campaigns, you can play the first one. But I'm glad to see this update. Virtual reality and multiplayer, they're just such a good blend. And speaking of multi, a new Quest update now, and one that is good and also bad. Perhaps you'll want to avoid it if you're not keen on Facebook and the data mining that they seem to do. The Oculus Quest has finally added multiple user accounts and application sharing, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The new update allows you to create secondary accounts on your Oculus Quest headset for other members of the family or friends to link their Facebook accounts to and use that account when using your device. This will keep save data and game progress and achievements separate from one another. And it also allows the main game library of the primary account holder of that headset to share their games across the secondary accounts. So this is a good way for Facebook for data collection to remain specific to a single person, rather than at the moment a headset is connected to a single account and multiple people are using it, it's going to skew the data. So maybe you don't want to use multiple accounts, so you can skew the data. A cheeky loop of this update that's going to be coming in a future update, it's not available right now, is that if you've got multiple headsets not in the same household, and you put your account as the primary account and your friends can add themselves as a secondary account, you can both play the same game remotely with each other online with a single purchase. However, if there is a purchase made on a secondary account, this cannot be shared across the other accounts. So this method is preventing people from just having a free-for-all game share. It kind of restricts it. But if you're willing to have that one friend be the primary and share once this update actually rolls out, this specific feature of it, then you can enjoy a game library together and save some money. So currently this feature of app sharing and multi-users is only available on a single device for now, but this update will be coming too. You don't have to worry about security either. You can lock your account, so people can't just put on the headset because you're sharing a device and sign into your account. You can lock it. This update is on a rolling basis, so you may not have it yet, but it is coming. It's a great way for new family members to enjoy some virtual reality experiences too. Perhaps they've just got a Quest, they can sign in as you as the primary, and then they can try some games before making their account a primary, and then diving into the virtual reality space on their own. Not all games support app sharing as of yet, but all new releases do. More will be coming soon. And please comment down below what you think of this feature. For me, it's not much use, but I know some of you may find it helpful. Now let's talk new games, and one to get excited for. One of the most loved virtual reality action shooters is coming to the Oculus Quest. Xreal just announced that they are porting over their PC VR title to the Quest, and although it's not going to be a direct port of the game due to the Quest limitations, it's still pretty exciting. So this is Zero Caliber. It's still going to be a full-player cooperative experience with redesigned levels, but it's going to have new combat styles and different interactions using Quest tooling. Because this is apparently being built from the ground up as a Quest title. They also said to expect a full launch by Q2 of 2021. That's round the corner. That's not long away at all. It's already nearly the end of February, nearing the last leg of Q1. How exciting. They did confirm the Quest 2 will have graphical improvements over the Quest 1 as well. So if you've got a Quest 2, you'll enjoy slightly better visuals. Finally, we have some through the lenses footage of a device, the R1 device from a company called Lynx. It contains an XR2 chip, it has eye tracking, some amazing lenses called four-fold catadioptric free prism lenses. Try saying that fast 4 times. I can't even really say it at once. This is expected to be released this year and be under $1,500, which for an enterprise headset is great. Seeing the solar system in this in an office as you walk around it and see the planets orbit the sun, it looks pretty incredible and really, really crisp, because what this AR is actually showing us is pass-through cameras with virtual reality elements overlaid on it. That's how they're doing AR, it's via a video feed, which I personally think is the way forward for AR. It allows for AR and VR to be combined really easily. I heard about this headset a long time back, and just great to see some footage finally of something through the lenses and it actually looking pretty great. You may be seeing this next story popping up, so I want to cover it just to educate some of you guys who may not be aware. The Quest 1 is being sold by Oculus for only $199, which it is a great price. They are looking for refurbished units, and by the looks of their standards, if you buy one of the units, they are going to be immaculate. And getting into virtual reality for only $199, where it can be used as a PC VR headset as well, is got to be very, very tempting for those of you that are financially limited. This can be great for you. The Quest 2 is only $299 though, that's $100 more, and it's got a huge upgrade over the first generation Quest. It's got higher refresh rate, it's got better resolution and better hardware that allows for better visuals in its games, and will most likely be supported for much, much longer. So think about the longer term, because if you don't have a lot of money, it's not likely that you want to upgrade your device in the short term. So perhaps it's better not buying this device, although it's nice and cheap, and just waiting until you can get the Quest 2 or a PC VR headset. And given the previous history of Facebook, where they were selling the Rift S on sale and the Oculus Go on sale, and then shortly after they discontinued those devices, is that something you want to risk? So it's a great deal if you want to test the waters and see what virtual reality has to offer at a great cheap price, because you can buy it for $199 and it has a 30-day return policy, so you could try it, is this for you, and then return it back, because these aren't really the kind of devices you can just go try out, especially in these times. So just be aware of this, guys. So I'm just going to end it on that. Thank you for watching to the end of the video, getting caught up on the latest and greatest news in the virtual reality space. Please consider subscribing. Just a small click makes all the difference to me. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Happy gaming. Good day!